coming to you live from the It's Funny studios. I'm Doug.
I'm Greg.
And this is Mike.
And this is the It's Funny That Makes It Okay podcast. Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning into the show. Here we are, the 9th of October. I cannot believe it.
Yep.
Running towards Halloween. Bad news. Mike is still not. I'm just kidding. Mike is back. I don't know. Yeah. I think, did you
I'm
get knocked out of the...
I'm not sure if it's Mike or AI of Mike. We're not sure.
It could be. Yeah, maybe we've replaced Mike with AI.
Hello, yes, I am real Mike. Yeah.
Well, good to have you back, Mike.
Yeah, well, yeah. I did make it as far as I could in the gravy wrestling. But, you know what it was? It was the white gravy.
The white gravy got you?
White gravy?
Yeah.
Did you not practice enough for the white?
Well, those guys are on a different level in the white gravy.
I'm assuming the Jew round was easy.
Oh, that was...
just, then the brown gravy, nothing.
I had an Italian beef while I was in it. I mean, it was just that easy.
Do they have mashed potatoes in there, or is it strictly...
Was that the name of the guy you were wrestling, the Italian beef?
And I hate him.
That moment of silence brought to you by
my white gravy.
I didn't know if you had anything. All right, well, I think right up front, Mike's got something. Then we're doing some Facebook funnies, and we're going to talk about a plus-size influencer who's causing a stir. We've talked about her before, so it's kind of a follow-up to. She's still griping about certain things not being good for plus-size people. Right. So we're going to talk about that, and I got some thoughts on models and advertising in general. And I'm sure you guys will jump right in with that. You know, I've rented a lot of things in my life. Have you guys, like cars and... places to stay, rent a house, rent whatever.
Yeah.
How about a mom? You ever rent a mom? Because that is apparently something now, or I guess it's been around for a little while, but I just now saw this article. I
assumed my mom was my real mom, but somebody could have rented her.
I wondered when Enterprise asked me that. I was kind of confused, but it makes sense now.
Low mileage? No.
Yeah.
I think part of the problem is we are not prepping young people for real life, and so you have to rent a mom for them as well. We're going to hear about a woman who's suing Disney for a horrible injury.
Yep.
And also a British tourist. A British tourist who was...
Someone dies in that story, so
yes,
there's that disclaimer.
Trying to be popular on Instagram and trying to take a picture of somewhere he probably should have been paying attention. Or she. I didn't.
Yeah. Well, I don't even know if people do on what he was doing. People take Instagram photos. I'm not certain from the story if he was or not. But it's just the fact of the apparatus. We'll get to it.
Yep. All right. Well, let's jump right in.
Oh, I want to give a real fast update in case people are gripping their seats from last week. My lava lamp came in.
They're clamoring for it.
I have my lava lamp. It came in on the right day.
I can't tell you how many people slid into my DMs asking me about your lava lamp.
Well, I'm sure.
I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what they were talking about at first.
I think it was trending last
week.
How's
Greg's lava lamp? I'm like, what are you talking about?
So, anyways, got my lava lamp.
Fantastic.
It's my emotional support lava lamp.
Jeff Bezos took it serious. I
mean, he
you called him out, and he listened.
He did.
Right. I got it. So go ahead, Mike. Sorry.
Oh, I don't know. I like to find these funny stories that just, I don't know.
Which is something that we normally don't do on this show.
No, but just for a little humor up front. So the headline of this one, the headline changed, but when I saw it, it was titled "A Once-in-a-Lifetime Cosmic Event." So I was like, "Oh,
wow!"
That caught my attention.
That would mine too.
We've talked UFOs.
Well, who knows what it could be? So I clicked on it, and it was not a once-in-a-lifetime cosmic event. I was cheated, but the story was still worth talking about.
Twice-in-a-lifetime cosmic event?
Even low. It was less than that. So, an Irish TV station. This was Virgin Media News. They had sent a whole camera crew, and a reporter out to Port Marnock Beach. This was a couple weeks ago.
Which that's amazing in itself, sending a whole camera crew out. Any more locally when they do the news, it's the poor news person, and they've got to have the camera. And they don't even send a camera guy anymore. It's just the poor gals out there with the camera. It's got to do the story. So
well, this was a once-in-a-lifetime cosmic
event. True,
event,
so that's why they've sent the crew out.
So they sent a crew out to interview a astrophysics enthusiast. Say that.
AI is not working very well.
No, it's not.
Hang on, we're going to reboot him.
Yep.
There we go. Should be better.
Okay. So his name is Dave Kennedy. He had been walking on the beach when he was stopped in his tracks when he came across a 3x3 foot circular hole on the shore by the waterline. So
3x3.
3x3. So he knew exactly what
3
this
foot
was.
around and 3 foot deep.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
He knew exactly what it was. There was a rock, an angular black rock that he had found in the hole. So he knew off the top of his head that he knew that this was an impact site. A meteor landed right here on the beach. So they did an interview with him, and he goes through talking about all the different angles on the rock. This here is, where it impacted the sand, and this angle here is a scorch mark. And, they did a 5-minute or so segment on this. And he said, I knew immediately what happened when I was looking at the impact site. So they talk about this rock, and it draws a crowd of people around the, the hole in the beach. And all the people are, they see the news cameras and they want to go be part of the story.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
And then they interview the people, and some guys, in from Canada, and, he's like, well, this is great. This is awesome. This is exactly what I wanted to see on my vacation. So he's a part of some big thing, and all the locals are all excited. Well, it turns out the hole in the beach was from 2 guys who dug it the day before.
Did they throw the rock in?
I don't know how the rock got in there.
Well, so technically the rock still could have fallen from the
It
sky.
could have fallen.
It could
Maybe
have.
in a past time it fell.
It could have. So
Okay.
after the whole segment aired on the news, the very next broadcast, whenever that was that they did, they had to issue a correction. And it shows pictures on Twitter from the people who dug. Yep, they're just digging the hole the day before. So the once-in-a-lifetime cosmic event was not so once.
2 guys a day before.
Yep.
Oh, my gosh.
I like the way you had this from the New York Post. It said cosmic crater probed by Irish. I like their choice of words there.
Yeah. So
now we're doing the probing.
It's about time. It's about time. We have been probed enough.
That's right.
I don't know how you probe a rock, but
Oh. Well, I think we talked about that with the cavemen. The Neanderthal. The Neanderthal.
That's true.
You just keep poking it until you get the indention going.
Oh, moral of the story is you can't believe everything you see on the news.
what?
So what some may say is a once-in-a-lifetime event we call a rock probing. So I take that for what it
building
is.
sandcastles.
Yes. Take that for what it is.
Yep. All right. What are we doing? Are we going next to some Facebook stuff?
Sure. I think you got one off the top.
Yeah,
I've
I
got a
got
couple, and then
one.
we'll let Mike take over.
Yeah. Mine is it's a quickie here, and this is even someone I know. And it's
Ooh, are you going to call him out?
well, I won't say his name, but
Ooh, it's a hit.
a couple weeks ago he posted on Facebook, and he put, "I have a feeling tonight is going to be unforgettable," and that's all the context you get. There's no what's going on tonight. It's going to be unforgettable though.
I found people like that. They want you to ask. They want you to, what is it? What is it? Like, okay.
Well, people asked and he didn't answer. I mean, he
Well,
didn't
I feel
really
like
give
that's
a...
the mystery.
That's kind of the post that gets the FBI involved.
Yeah.
He is one of those posts. Like,
I was going to ask
What
him
do you
like the
mean?
next day, but I'm sure he would have forgot.
Maybe he was going to probe
it
a
was
rock.
unforgettable. He was what?
Going to probe a rock.
That would be
It
unforgettable.
would be.
we got to go to Ireland.
So give us context if you're going to put stuff out there. I mean, that's all I'm saying. All right. So
You can't always believe what you see on Facebook. What some people
this
call
is not
unforgettable.
even- yeah.
Might just be an average Monday night.
Yeah, you're
Who
giving
knows?
us
Could be.
nothing. What's unforgettable to him? I don't know.
We'll never know.
No. Maybe I don't want to know.
Maybe you don't.
That's what Greg will ponder when he's looking at his lava lamp.
It will.
What is
What
wrong
did
with
could
he
he
mean by that? It's unforgettable.
It is unforgettable.
So, anyways, that's all I got.
All right. Well, I just got a couple of quick posts here that people posted out there. One was to our I think they both were to our mine and Mike's city's page. Not that we own the page.
You have a
but,
city?
or a city.
That's cool.
The city we live in has a page. And people will post stuff on it, and I see it.
That's where like 95% of the content in this segment comes from.
So here's one. It's posted by this woman. It just says, "Good evening, my friends who liked me and appreciate everything I tried to do. I heard through the grapevine I was not good at my job. So for those of you who don't believe it, thank you very much. You know how people talk when you aren't around. Miss you all." That's all it says. There's no punctuation. It's just one huge line. That's it.
And again, no context. I mean,
you know what? Yeah, and don't just get on there and post some random gripe that nobody knows what you're talking about. If you want to do that stuff, do like we did. Start a podcast. We just ramble all the time about stuff and gripe.
And usually with no context.
Yes. Yes. Okay. The other one I got, this is scenes from our town. And that's all it is. There's no picture. There's no nothing. It's just a post. Okay. So it's from Scenes from Washington, Illinois. It just says, "I'm the third, parentheses, middle daughter of Jerry and Doris DeBolt." That's it. There's nothing. I was like, it's not her page. It's just to this whole page of the whole town where people can post old pictures of the town. And I scrolled like, there's not even a picture. There's no picture. No one said anything. No one says, "Do you know who Jerry and Doris's daughters are?" No. It's just like, "Hey, I am the third, middle, daughter of Jerry and Doris DeBolt."
I've always wondered who their daughters were.
Well, now it's this woman here. So now we know. That was just stuff like that. It's like, what? Why are you posting this? I don't even get it.
Oh, jeez.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, before Mike jumps in, I had one more pop up here.
You said you only had one in the meeting.
It just popped. This is fresh off the
Ooh,
press.
fresh off.
This is the sound of me just throwing away the whole outline. It's done.
Somebody just asked in the Mortonites page, our local city page, "Hi, what would be the best park in Morton for 2 and 4 year olds? ... Very busy kids." And the busy's in capitals. The kids are. I don't get it. I need a park for these very busy kids.
Well, they need to unwind after a hard day of work.
And why the ... Like, you know what I'm saying. I need a park for 2 and 4 year olds ... You make them disappear? What is happening?
And they're very busy.
Don't all parks just have they can take them out and just let them run or go? Wow. What do they like? I mean, most parks have some kind of equipment or
most
trails.
Parks are the same. I mean, it's all the same, more or less.
Somebody replied, "This person has a park in his backyard."
Oh my. ...
Yeah. I've been looking for 2 and 4 year olds. Yikes.
Yeah. So
what is happening?
They're very busy kids. So
well, in Morton, parks are where kids go to play. In Washington, parks are where printers go to get dropped off. It's never to be seen again.
No. My wife. You know what? Jeez. Go ahead, Mike. I can't remember if she sent me something or not. If she did, I'll say it. If not, I'll just go on.
Well, I've got a number of them here. So usually when you see a big paragraph on there, it's okay, this is either going to be really good or this is going to be really bad. So I've got a paragraph. Right. And this one was just like, oh, geez, what is going on? So somebody starts off, it's kind of like the no context thing, like Doug was saying earlier, without anybody prompting anything. This woman says, "I was in on September 28th. Where? Where?
I was just in."
Then she says, "Angel and I were talking." Okay. A woman who was also waiting interrupted to correct us and was pushing her views. Angel and I were not. We weren't conversing with the whole shop. Angel then had to go to work on the other woman who told her to shut her mouth. She didn't want to hear anything. Totally uncalled for. She got up and left when Angel told her that was rude. The staff, and finally she gets to where she's at, the staff at Beyond Manicure goes above and beyond, and obviously people feel
is it above and beyond manicure or just beyond?
the staff at Beyond, man.
Oh, okay. But they went above.
But they
and beyond.
go above and beyond. That's right. I didn't even catch that until you pointed out.
Yeah. So they're like, they should rename their business.
She says, obviously people feel as though they have the right to speak with them or to them however they wish. Angel handled herself well, and I will continue to freak with this establishment because of her grace under pressure. Holy cow! Was this a Google review on a Facebook post? I think that's what
it sounds like almost.
Aye.
Mike, I did find my wife. She actually sent me 3 things. I don't
go
want,
ahead.
but I don't want to take.
No, go ahead.
She's been saving it. And anyone out there, if you find Facebook stuff, if you want to take screenshots and
or share the
DM,
link, or yeah.
Well, Facebook, I don't know how that works a lot of times. So if you do a screenshot
Screenshots are
and
best.
DM them or send them to us on one of our social media feeds, we will give you credit if you want, or we'll just read them.
Or
read
we'll
them
take
out
the
loud.
credit.
Or we'll take it. We'll say, look what I found. It's hilarious. Okay, so my wife did send me a couple things here. She sent me one, and it's got a picture of a dog. Very cute little dog. Hey, I know this is last minute, but is anyone available to take, and this is on our Washington Strong page.
Of course, yes.
Is anyone available to take our Westie Maltese, Carl, tonight at 8 p.m. and tomorrow at 8 a.m.? We live near the square. Please message me. Thanks. ...
Where
are you taking Carl?
Take out. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
So,
where are they taking Carl?
But you don't know who. Does anybody come to my house, take my dog out, and it's last minute?
Yeah.
We need to do
home.
it tonight at 8, and then tomorrow morning again at 8. If you know anyone at all. I'm like, my wife's like, would you just post this and just let anybody come take care of your dog?
Maybe Carl's really good at protecting the house.
So that was bad.
That is bad.
Then later on,
Come on,
a few days
Carl.
later, she sent me this one. This is another, not the Washington one, but another one, another hometown one. ISO, a babysitter, Monday through Friday for my 3, almost 4-year-old, would have to get him on the bus by 8:15 to go to school by 8:30, then off the bus at 11:15, or from school at 11 till 3. My house or yours? Message me. So anybody, just random people, you want to come take care of my kid?
You can grab Carl while you're at it.
Yes, please. Well, I was a different person.
Well, I know, but you're out and about. You know, if you're going to grab the kids, grab Carl.
Then the last thing she sent me, and I don't even know. I'm going to show. I'll put this picture out there, but it's just this. It's for sale. Okay.
Okay.
It's for sale, this
Okay.
thing. And it's this guy holding this brown-looking polished thing. It says, nice pocket wood, $20.
Pocket wood?
It's like a shiny piece of wood. And it ships for $4. You can buy it now or add it to your cart.
You can never have too much
And
pocket wood.
you can scroll through. There was several. He had a bunch of, he has a lot of pocket wood. And for $20, I don't know, ladies, maybe $20 is a good price
that
for
could
pocket
be a deal.
wood.
I mean, I don't know what the going rate for pocket wood is.
I don't either. And it's really shiny. They said it's nice if you can rub it and just, would you like to rub my pocket wood?
No, thank you.
You can do it for free. Maybe I could charge somebody to rub my pocket wood. I got to make my $20 back. She sent me that and said, have you ever heard of this? I said, not like that. If somebody would just said, hey, you want to see my pocket wood? I'd be like, I don't know. No, I'm out. I don't want it. Especially if it's on Facebook. It's like, no, that doesn't help me. That's even worse. So there we go.
I wonder if he literally carries it around in his pocket or whether does it sit on a shelf? I mean,
I don't know. So, but yeah, he's got pocket wood for sale. All right, sorry, that was it. I found those 3. I forgot I had them. So
those are good. Well, speaking of for sale, mine's not nearly as exciting as that. But I came across a post of just shoes. They're just like a worn pair of shoes.
they are worn.
Leopard Adidas women's for $17. Just a worn, used pair of shoes.
And they're so worn that you can barely see the leopard spots. They have faded almost the same color as the white shoe. And 17
Maybe it's
bucks.
a Snow White leopard.
It could be.
I would say it looked like, too, that they've been literally worn for years. I mean, like...
They look worn.
Yeah.
So they're not newish.
For $17.
They don't look as good as the pocket wood.
No. No, I would pay for the pocket one.
Oh, yeah.
Not these shoes, that's for sure. Okay, so then we've got a couple celebrities coming up on the next post. Coming into the season here, Halloween. If you listen to other Facebook segments we've done, you may have heard of Frankenbeans, who were the 12-foot tall statues of skeletons who are in our
Like
town.
Halloween decorations.
Halloween decorations, yep. So Frankenbeans are unique because, one, they've been named, and two, they stay up all year. They never get put away.
Right. Well, is that the one where they change their dress
Yes.
a little bit?
Yeah, so like for 4th of July, he was patriotic, was Frankenbeans. I mean, they had the American flag.
I didn't appreciate where they stuck the sparkler, though. That was uncalled
That
for.
was in poor taste. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. But yeah, that was in poor taste. But now that is coming in Halloween, they are in prime season here for Frankenbeans. So joining them this year are about 18 other skeleton figures throughout the yard.
I saw that.
Some are climbing the house. There's some crawling around in the yard. One guy he's face planted in the yard. There's little tiny mini skeleton guys running around. One is in a cage. One is falling off the roof. I mean, it is just all over the place.
It is. There's a lot of
Chaos.
skeleton action going.
And then there's... Okay, so the post is, Frankenbeans were so excited for their gift of a new pet snake. I'm not sure who to thank for it, but it was so incredibly kind, whoever left it for us. Hopefully you're on this page. Someone just threw a snake skeleton in the yard.
I saw that.
Is it a real one?
I don't know. I don't think so.
It didn't look like it was, but it could be, I guess.
There's always a possibility. Just, come on. This is what happens when you don't put away your Halloween decorations. You get stuff like that.
I didn't even know snake skeleton was an option. So
I don't know.
I didn't either.
It's just pretty soon they're gonna have so many skeletons out there. You just won't even know. Somebody could just throw a human skeleton out there. You never know.
no, you would not.
Okay, so Frankenbeans, they got their 5 minutes there. So the next one says, "Any jobs out there? Any jobs out there? Jobs.
Just any jobs.
Any jobs out there.
Any job. Pick a job.
How about you look for one?"
Well, that would be my big one. And two, you're saying I need some skill set. What do you mean any job?
Any job.
It just keeps getting lazier and lazier with the job thing. DM me for jobs. No, how about you go out and apply for jobs? That's how that works. The next one is also a job post.
But I love that.
Okay.
The first line.
It's so contradictory.
Yes.
It says, looking for a Wednesdays only job.
Period. That's it. I'm looking for a Wednesdays only job.
So they got Wednesdays to fill, looking to make some cash.
They only want Wednesdays.
That's what it says. Period.
Here's the next sentence. Possibly Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday evenings. And then they finish the post. It says, anyone hiring for about 1 day a week?
What? What is it? What are you wanting?
I'm not sure.
They want it all.
I'm not sure.
Oh my gosh.
So I don't know if it's... You may as well just throw Wednesday and Friday on there too, and you've got a full-time job. How about that?
Yeah.
Jeez. So the next one says, I'm looking for a good vape shop, one that sells the rugs and juice.
See, I'm not a vape person, so I'm assuming that's some kind of a vape lingo.
Well,
I don't know what that is.
I think the rugs are drug rugs that, the people would wear.
Ah, okay.
The juice, I'm not sure what the juice is, to be honest with you, but he wants to know where you can find a good shop that sells the juice. I'm assuming it's got to be the vape, right? Maybe.
You would think.
I would think so.
Yeah, you would think so.
Well, I hope he was able to find a good shop, though. This next one was from my neighborhood page.
That's sad.
This next one was from my personal neighborhood page.
This looks like it could be like the start of a horror movie. You had some music playing. You just need to have a ball slowly bouncing down the street. Go ahead, Mike.
Oh
Sorry.
my gosh. No, you're right. I mean, it says, I'm lost on the Aspen cul-de-sac with triple exclamation point. And it's a picture of a little teddy bear sitting on the curb.
Right on the curb. It's terrible.
I'm lost.
And I like how one person reacted reacted with the caring emoji,
Yes. Oh.
holding the heart. It's like it's a little teddy bear. Oh my goodness! So hopefully he was able to be found. The next one is also from my neighborhood page. It says, on average, what time does UPS deliver?
I think it's all day long,
knows?
doesn't it?
There is
UPS, they're always running in and out of our neighborhood.
There is no average. It's UPS. You're going to get your package when you get your package.
And it depends on, do they have a lot of packages in your neighborhood or any?
Well, it seems like we get UPS trucks all the time. So it's like sometimes we even get 3 or 4 a day, it seems like. So I don't know. They'll get there when they'll get there. The next guy says, I would like to buy a small trailer to haul a pedal boat.
Not in search of.
No.
I'm just making a statement. Hey, I'd like to buy one.
I like to buy. Yeah, it's like I am the daughter.
I would enjoy buying one.
I'm going to start doing that on Facebook. I'm just going to, you know what? I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for lunch.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say random factual statements like that.
Well, that's what I was saying. The guy, tonight's going to be unforgettable.
Yeah. So
We don't know why.
I would like to buy one. Okay, well, we'll go buy one. You don't have to tell us about it. Okay,
I'm going to start putting, I would like to sell something. Something.
Yeah,
I'm not going to put what it is. I would like to sell stuff.
Well, how about, would you like to sell some gas, maybe?
Maybe.
For some, okay, so this person says, hey, Washington Strong. Now, this one, if you read it, this will make your head spin. It says, hey, Washington Strong, I'm in a pickle. This is all one run-on sentence, by the way. I love mowing. Do not have gas for the mower, ATM. I love mowing. Does anyone need mowing done or any lawn care looking to make some money to buy a weed eater rider? I want to start mowing my own business. Can I use your mower? Mow UT grass. I'll lower my rate since using your mower IR gas.
Wow.
I tried my best to read that exactly as it was written. Holy cow.
He loves to mow. But does he have a mower? Because he wants to use my mower.
He doesn't have gas.
No. Well, that's how it starts off. But then he's like, yeah, I want to buy a weed eater rider mower. Can I use your mower?
A weed eater rider mower?
That's what it says.
I've never seen a weed eater rider mower.
A weed eater rider, I guess.
That's a lot of waste. You
Not
got
a
big
mower.
old mower with a little string.
It'd be hard to get it up into those nooks and crannies to get it all, like now you have to get it in there in corners.
Get the edge, yeah.
Maybe it's a real little rider.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I've only got a push weed eater.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay.
Yeah, the amount of typos and abbreviations and, oh, geez, that one just really makes your head hurt. Okay, this next.
Oh, say, but my regular weed eater has a blade.
Yeah. Okay, so this next one I cheated a little bit. This is from YouTube, but it's an ad. It's called the, I don't know what this is for, but it says, no sugar challenge, according to the age.
I see that.
And it's a bunch of, like, muscular men cuddling fruit and vegetables.
But they're giant fruit. I mean, it's giant. That strawberry's the size of, like, 2 basketballs. It's huge.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, let's see what. Okay, I'm in the 45 to 55 range. What do I have to eat? So I have to eat a medium pear, 1 slice of toast, and 2 boiled eggs. All right, I could do that. For lunch, I'd get sliced turkey or chicken. It doesn't say how much. I guess an entire chicken or turkey. I just fix it and eat it. A half a cup of yam and 1 cucumber. Oh boy, dinner. Spinach salad, a half a cup of Greek yogurt. Oh, 1 banana. I can't do that.
Do you have a giant avocado to cuddle?
I don't.
He's holding the avocado just staring.
See, that sounds like do you have a giant avocado? I'm working towards that. That's why I'm on this diet.
See, I'm 55 plus. I get the giant strawberry.
You do.
The way he's hugging the strawberry just makes me laugh.
You have the same breakfast. 1 medium pear,
It's the
1
same
slice of
dinner
toast.
meal, basically.
It is. Well, why
It's
do you
like-
get the giant strawberry and I got to eat a giant avocado?
Oh,
That's
my
crap.
gosh.
Yeah, why are they giving us the same meal for these?
Mine
And
would
why
be
does
different.
the 55 plus guy look younger than the 55 to 45, the 45 to 55 guy?
Oh my gosh. Well, mine's a little bit different though. I don't have to eat the same thing. Oh my gosh.
That is a huge
Broccoli.
thing of broccoli, though. You got one slice of toast, a half a mashed avocado.
Ooh, man.
Well, you should be holding the avocado. And
Does
a fresh slice
does he get
of apricot.
gravy?
I don't know.
Oh, I've got enough gravy
For
now.
lunch, you get a half a cup of tuna,
Tuna.
Yeah.
one slice of toast, and one sliced tomato. Ugh. Oh, I'm out. Dinner, 2 hard-boiled eggs, 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, and a slice of toast.
That is the worst dinner I've ever
It is. That is bad.
That's not a good dinner.
That is not. Well, try that and let us know how that works out for you.
I got to go start farming some broccoli.
I want to see the field that produces that. Like walking through trees.
This ad.
I'm looking at this next ad. I don't even understand that.
Okay. So this one's my
What?
This one's my favorite.
You know, it's got a mascot. We've talked about mascots before. We had a bad mascot draft and everything. This may be the worst mascot I've ever heard of.
I think he would win.
It may be.
Okay, so this is my favorite post I've probably ever seen on Facebook. So this one is another suggested for you pages. So it just pops up on my feed. It's called the Selena 52 Truck Stop. It says, our official mascot, Piss Jug Man.
And he looks very angry.
Yes, he does.
He is mad.
He's mad.
Oh my gosh. He is on the property until 6 p.m. today to teach truckers proper.
Urine bottle disposal practices.
It says Jugman is pissed off at all the urine jugs he's found laying around the parking lot.
How many urine jugs they have that they had to make a mascot and have a class to teach people how not to, don't just pee in a bottle and chuck it out your window.
I like the next paragraph.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. Okay. Also, kids can get their picture taken with Piss Jug Man.
For only $5.
That's a bargain.
And Jerry will print it on a company printer.
Jerry. Just Jerry. Bring it in here when he's not ringing up the trucker's skull and their monster drink. He'll have time to print you out a picture of with Piss Jug Man.
And he'll autograph it from 4 to 6.
He doesn't peeing on it like you do in the snow, though. I think we need a road trip here. We got to do a remote from here.
Oh.
We can interview him.
He's very angry.
Gosh. That's the worst.
How would you like to have to wear that costume?
Oh.
yeah. I know where I'm making my next trip to. My road trip is, I'm going to the Selena Truck Stop.
Yeah, if you haven't taken your vacation, I don't know where it's at.
Bring the kiddies.
There's a
jeez.
Salina, Kansas, but it's not spelled like that. So I don't know where this is at.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, that is something. Whoo. You saved the best for last. That was
Yeah.
it. That was the best one.
Like I said, that might be up there with my favorite Facebook post ever.
That's a good one.
That was good.
That one they actually did good when they suggested that. When you're like, oh, well, this is right in our alley. We're going to click. Yes, I will like that one.
I think the more pages they suggest to you, like sooner or later, there's going to be one that sticks.
We got to hit it. The shotgun approach.
Yeah, that was good.
Jeez.
Okay. Was that it?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to move on. We have a plus size influencer. Now, we talked about this woman a while back, I think earlier in the year, because she had
she was on a flight.
an article, that's right, and she thought that the airplanes should just make their seats larger to accommodate her large size.
Have one per side.
I don't even know if you have a side. I think it's just, she's a big cow.
Well, can you imagine, just by the way, real quick, before we talk too much more about the story, you're on a plane. Okay, you got to sit down next to maybe her on one side of you. You're in the middle seat. You sit down next to her, and then Piss Jug Man shows up and sits next on the other side.
He would need a wider seat, too.
The best day of your life. Come on, kids. Hurry.
All right.
Okay. Now listen, if you're easily offended, relax, because I am going to make fun of this. I am a heavier person. I need to lose at least 30 pounds. I'm a bigger guy. And
I call myself husky.
I like husky. Yeah, I'm husky. I like it when you're a kid and you get the husky size. It didn't feel as bad. Made me feel a little bit better about myself.
Well, everyone loves huskies, so.
Yes, right.
Yeah, the pants didn't just say, "Hey, Lardo."
No, they should have. Actually, as a kid, I was skinny, little scrawny thing. I didn't put on the weight until later. But so it's my own fault.
Why were you getting huskies?
I didn't get huskies.
Oh, I was saying, were you just buying them just in case?
I just said that for the bit, but you've blown that up now. So not everything is 100% true.
No,
we
it's
do
literal.
some things for
this
show.
Is literal.
I weighed 300 pounds as a kid, Greg.
Okay,
I've lost a lot of weight.
That's better.
I was 7 years old. I was 2'7", 300 pounds. I rolled around. They literally rolled me down the road.
I think that goes beyond husky.
Well, I call it husky. All right. I don't know how we got off on this.
I don't.
All right. A plus-size influencer who had demanded that larger planes or airlines comp larger passengers with extra seats. That's what she wanted. She wanted them to she buys a ticket, but she gets 2 seats. She didn't think should have to buy 2. She's now going after hotels around the world, wants them to make a number of changes. Says here that she listed several ways in which hotels can create size-inclusive amenities. And she's on a mission to revolutionize the travel industry. So basically, she says that they need to make their elevators and hallways more spacious. So you got to push them walls out. I guess your rooms are going to get teeny tiny cramped because 80% of the building is just a hall now.
And a giant elevator.
A freight elevator. They get it in there, you have to pull the gate down. Are they going to have a fork truck wheel me in there too and drop me off so I can get up?
That might be helpful.
Yeah. She also thinks that they need to do more to make bathrooms more size inclusive. That they should be able to go up to 6X and beyond, she says. I don't know what goes up to 6X. It doesn't really say. But she thinks like the toilets need to be raised, seats need to be retrofitted to handle heavier people.
So that other people fall in when they sit down.
That's right. I'm a shorter person. I won't be able to get onto the toilet. I'm going to need a step ladder to get up there. Then I'm going to get a nosebleed. She also thinks that the each shower should have a handheld shower head so that bigger people can wash themselves easier. What if we just put a stick with a sponge in each room and I can just grab it and I can get my nooks and crannies really good. But and then she thinks in the pool area that the pools need to have handrails.
I'm just thinking the size the pool has to be.
It's going to be big.
This hotel's going to be gigantic.
She thinks that the lounge chairs should be wider and sturdier. We need to make them bigger and reinforce them so that people could. Now, look, if I was saying this, I would have to take a look at myself. Like, I know I need to lose some weight. My pants are a little tighter. I'm not going up to the next size. I'm not. I'm just going to wear tight pants. I won't. I'm trying to cut back. I'm trying to eat better. I'm trying to exercise. It's hard.
One Reese's pumpkin a day.
I haven't had a Reese's pumpkin in a while. But it is not easy. But if I was going and I was seriously thinking that, wow, you know what? They need to make these hallways a lot bigger. Look, I got to take a look at my life. Something is wrong. Something is going on here with me that I need to make some serious changes. So did you guys have, I don't want to.
Well, it's the same with like, I wonder if that's what happened at like Morton's Walmart. The aisles used to be much thinner and all of a sudden they remodeled it and they're much wider than they were. You think this lady complained to Walmart?
Could, maybe.
They expanded the aisles.
I mean, I would like for the Walmart aisles to be bigger, and I'm not necessarily that way.
Well, that's because of all the shoppers that are buying for other people.
You just have to be, you have to be able to move in and out of the carts.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That I'm actually on board with.
I'm not saying I wouldn't like more space. I'm saying if I was serious, like I can't even fit down the hallway. This elevator. I don't know if I can get on this elevator.
Have you ever been in a hotel that wouldn't accommodate a larger person?
Well, I guess it would depend on how large.
Galley? I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, most
Some
of
of the
the ones I go
hotel
to are
elevators
fairly
aren't
wide,
huge, but I mean,
but one person could fit in it with no problem.
I would think so.
Because there's also a weight limit on elevators, so you
there
can,
is.
Maybe you need to take the stairs a little more often. I don't know.
I want
trying to be
those
mean.
reinforced as well.
Those are usually concrete.
Yeah, still some metal bracing.
But I don't know. I just, it amazes me how nothing is ever our fault. It's not my fault. I can't,
Well, it's a lot easier that way.
You should accommodate me because I don't want to stop eating.
Well, she couldn't be an influencer if she did that.
That's also true.
Well, some of the people agreed with her. So some said, I'm backing you 100%. But there were several people that pushed back. I'm right there with this woman. She wrote, I am fat and I will not let no airline or hotel pay for my eating habits. Others were saying she was entitled for making these demands. Imagine feeling so entitled to demand an entire industry accommodate your inability to put down the fork. So, yeah, I don't know. But I agree. We don't take responsibility for our own actions ever.
No.
Yep.
And I'm not saying, some people are naturally bigger people, some are not.
Sure.
I'm not saying that if you're bigger that, maybe you have some or same thing with, what about if they did this with short people? What if they said, because I'm not real tall, and my dad was pretty short guy. What if he just decided to go out and said, you know what? We should start making everything built for somebody who's only 5'5". We need to drop everything down where I get tired. I can't reach certain things. At what point and I would say that a short person has a better argument.
Yeah,
they were born. There's
Yeah.
nothing you can do. That's it.
Platforms.
I guess.
Yeah.
The big grabbers, the long grabbers you could get.
Well, I think the way society developed was with the average person. I mean, everything can't be made for the extreme ends.
No.
So
They look at the average male or the average female and they'll say, the average male is 5'10" and 250 pounds. All right. Well, that's not me. I am not 5'10". I'm shorter than that.
yeah, like I need blankets that weigh less than 15 pounds.
I went into some bathrooms before and I can only see from like my top lip up because somebody has hung the mirror who was like 6'7". It's like, geez, dude, could you drop the mirror a little bit?
Nope.
Or they'll mount a urinal on the wall. It's like, I got to stand back and try to get some arch to get into the urinal. I can't hit it from here.
Or it's so low that you got to kneel.
Yeah, either way. The other thing is kind of related to this. I've seen.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Piss Jug Man is offering. He's offering a class.
He is on board with the urinals. Yes. He is not happy about it.
Mike, your dad's a trucker. Has he ever encountered him?
I'll have to ask him.
You
actually.
do.
I'll have
You
to
do
ask
too.
him.
Or maybe he's got some bottles he could.
Yeah, maybe he's got an autograph.
Maybe he has some insight. You can do a little research and maybe you can give us.
That's
here's
true.
what we found.
He's got an autographed laser printed printer.
Little action
picture.
figures of
A little
Piss Jug Man.
investigative journalism going
Yeah.
on now. We'll have to look into this and see
Yeah.
what's going on.
We'll follow up next week.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've got inside sources.
Another thing I've seen, this is somewhat on the same vein, but it's advertising at different places. Like I'll be at Walmart. I've been at different places with my wife. We're walking around. And they'll have the makeup aisle and they'll have models, or when I say models, advertise a person on the display. I don't mean like a supermodel, Claudia Schiffer. I know, showing my age, like, who's Claudia Schiffer?
Who?
Cindy Crawford. I don't know. Who else is out there?
I don't know. I'm sure there's
But-
newer ones.
But I look at a lot of them, and I'm not putting them down because I'm not a super great looking dude. I'm just a dude. But I look
The man's
like,
a goblin.
the goblin. But I look, they'll have women, and they'll have men on advertisings for stuff, and I'll look and I'm like, they just look like a person. And I get to some aspect where, we don't want to make the perfect body a certain way and, give everybody eating disorders. But on the other hand, if you're advertising, and I look at the person that's advertising this product, and let's say it's a hair gel or whatever, and that's like, well, I look better than him now. Why do I want? You should do this. And I'm like, God, that guy they must have chiseled him out of granite or something. Look at him. He looks like a Greek god. I'm going to buy this. I'll never make it, but I can aspire to this. Whereas I get this guy is like, yeah, the man's a goblin. Look at that. It's like, I'm already better than that. Why would I buy your product? Why am I buying your product?
I'm going to find him and give him the product.
Right. You don't use this, right? You're the before picture? Where's the after guy?
Yeah, I want to see the after.
I always look like the before guy. Where's the after guy? I know what I look like with this. All right. I didn't have a whole lot more than that. I don't know. You guys have any thoughts or?
Don't think I have anything else.
I'll second that. At least the advertisement. I've seen that a lot too. It seems like.
All right. Well, I am going to move on. Again, we rent a lot of products. In fact, people are buying less stuff. It's a lot more renting. Home ownership is down. Car ownership is down. But this article here that caught my attention says, I'm a rent-a-mom for Gen Z college students. Parent pay me $10,000 per academic year to cook, do laundry, and bail their kids out of jail.
You're paying to rent someone who will then bail you out of jail. Oh, my God.
You shouldn't be in jail, but anyway. It says, like any good mom, when one of her kids calls, Tammy comes running, no matter time of night or day. Biological parent of 3, grandmother of 6 from Boston, does it all, even in her 70s. Emergency grocery shopping, cooking, and laundry. She's even jumped on a plane in the wee hours to bail one of her youngsters out of a Miami jail and is rushed to bedsides in New York emergency rooms.
Because the parents didn't want to do that. They didn't want to go to the bedside.
Or to jail. Says, however, she isn't the actual mom of the kids who she caters to in the 911 binds. She's simply their rent-a-mom. So she started this whole business, and she started this in 93, kind of like a concierge, as it was.
She's been doing that longer than I've been alive.
Says wanting to offer help, wanting to offer a helping hand to both U.S. and international students. Now, international students, I kind of would get that. If your kids go into another
I could
country.
See that.
Like, hey, is there somebody there that I can I have a contact with? So that I get. But yeah, she charges $10,000 per academic year. Says the money parents can depend on. For the money, the parents can depend on their away from home offspring receiving regular food deliveries, academic assistance, beauty and spa appointment bookings. You can't aid in making dinner reservations and signing up for gym membership. Apartment hunting, furniture building, party planning, doctor referrals, summer storage, as well as banking and bill payment support, just to name a few. So that's all the stuff that she does for $10,000 an academic year.
Wow.
So, and then, I'm assuming that, she gets reimbursed for any of extra stuff that she does as well, like bailing them out of jail.
So does the kid call up Rent-A-Mom and say, hey, Rent-A-Mom, could you order me DoorDash?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's what they're saying.
Jeez.
If a kid can't figure out how to sign up, or if they can't go in and sign up for a gym membership themselves, if they'll
wind up wanting wider hotel halls.
Well, it sounds like what Doug was saying. Yeah, she'll do that because a kid doesn't want to do it themselves.
Yeah, because it's not that they can't.
No, they definitely could.
Yeah.
They don't want to.
They don't want to, yeah.
Or they've never been made to.
Yeah.
And how is this helping to prepare them for real life?
It's not.
I mean, how are they ever going to learn how to take care of yourself?
Well, they won't. Their mom will be there.
I don't know. I didn't have
there.
Again, I grew up in a different time, but I didn't have this. I wanted to be out on my own. I wanted to say, can I make it? Or can I sink or swim? What's going to happen? I'll figure this stuff out.
Yeah.
And maybe that's part of it, too, where you're at in the birth order. I was a firstborn. So as a firstborn, a lot of times you're the trailblazer. There isn't somebody that's done it before. Going to school, doing all that. I was like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I just go and do stuff.
I was a middle, and I still had to do all this stuff.
Yeah,
not rent them out. I didn't go like teach other kids or anything.
How about you, Mike? Any thoughts or?
Well, I mean, first off, props to her, I guess. I mean, in her situation, she's probably making a boatload of money.
Yeah, she's an entrepreneur.
So she's doing well for herself.
She's feeling a need.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really. I'm not faulting her for anything at all, but, I mean, also probably on her end, she probably does enjoy, at least on some level, the hustle and bustle of it. I mean, she's 70 years old. You know, she probably likes to be around people, and
I gets to know some of the kids and stuff.
Yeah, and I can see it being beneficial, kind of on a level, because maybe the kids, you know, have a person in their life that they could count on or look up to in some way. But then also at the same time, this is a completely Gen Z thing, completely, 100%.
Maybe I should start a business of rent a dad, and I'll be like the dad that comes out, the
tough
love
love
guy.
Yes,
I'll do it for $5,000 a year.
The opposite of rental.
Yeah, you call me, hey dad, rent a dad. I'm in jail. Oh, what'd you do? Well, you're an idiot. You just wasted a phone call too. So guess what? Good luck. You're going to spend the next 24 hours there and think about what you did.
Yeah. Hey mom, rent a dad said he wouldn't come do this. Would you come?
Me and Rent a Mom are going to have it out because But yeah, you need hey, my car quit. You go out there. What's wrong with it? I need spray. Well, here we go. Let's go to the store. I'll go with you. This is what you need. Pick them out. All right. Now we're going to go back to the car, jack it up, pull the tires off, pull the brakes off, put rotors on. We're going to do the hard stuff that nobody wants to do. And then you'll have a feeling of accomplishment when you're done.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, nobody wants to do any of that.
No.
I mean,
no.
That's how we end up with Rent-A-Ma.
Yes. She would be probably after me because I'd be taking, siphoning business away from her and eventually make her out of business. Now, my son did complain my son's been out of school for about 10 years, but he said when he graduated, I'll get your opinion on this because you're about his age as well. Yep. He said school did not prepare him for anything in real life. Nothing. So basically they teach you how to take a test. They just teach you, what answers they want to hear. And that's it. They don't teach you how to do anything real. No real life skills at all. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Garrett was right. Really, he nailed it. You learn in school how to memorize facts and spew them back out on a test. That's it. Like, I know you listed some, Doug, on the outline, but literally anything you listed out, if you had learned one of those things, you would have been better off for it. But you don't leave high school with any of that stuff, or at least not in my experience either. Really all it is take this advanced science class, you get a credit, and that looks good on your resume for a college. And then you do whatever college you end up going to. Yep. And where you just repeat the same process you did in high school.
I think school. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say it's sad.
I think schools need to teach a life skills class, or maybe somebody out there can offer a life skills class and make some money. And that's what they do. They teach stuff like how to balance a checkbook. I know checkbooks aren't, let's say, a register. It doesn't have to be a checkbook, but just how to keep balance your budget. How to create a budget and stick to it. How to run a household.
I'm still trying to learn that one.
Well, I didn't say I'm successful, but I did learn these things.
I mean, just listen to Dave Ramsey for an hour, and just by doing that, you'll learn.
Feel like crap.
You'll feel like crap, but you'll learn more than you would have about that in high school.
Oh, there's tons of resources out there.
Yeah. Teaching you customer service skills. If you have customer service, if you have any of these things, you're gonna succeed. How about anger management, or like how to diffuse a situation? So you're dealing with an angry customer. Let's not escalate it. Let's bring it down. Things that you can say to deal with somebody listen to them, empathize with them, get your point across. And just because you disagree, you don't blow up and have a big fight or shoot at them through the window of the
drive-through, yeah.
Or whatever it was. It wasn't Taco
Jack
Bell.
Jack in the Box.
Jack in the Box. Yeah. Sorry, that was the story, so I didn't bring it up. But yeah, that woman, that lady could have had some life skill classes there. So I don't know. Any other thoughts before we move on?
No, I agree. We've talked a couple times about how we had industrial arts growing up and learned metals, woodworking, and Even switching with the girls and doing home ec and learning to sew a button and iron.
Yeah, I mean, all through high school, I took literally every class I could with the teacher for Morton. His name was Mr. Cox. I mean, he was my favorite teacher of any of the teachers in high school. I mean, you go to that class to not only come away with a skill, but because he would teach you life lessons like every day in class. So we really should have more of that in there.
Yeah.
We'd be so much better for it. But now the problem is we're so far gone. Like when you look at stuff like Baltimore, and it's like,
oh yeah,
not a single kid can even read at like a third grade level.
I saw that.
It's like,
read at their own level.
I saw they couldn't do math.
When we're
0% could do math. That was graduate. I'm like,
when we're that far,
you got to
behind,
tear it down and just start over.
Yeah.
So, and my mom made me and my brother. I mean, we were made to. I had to learn to cook. We had to cook at home. We cleaned.
Oh, yeah.
We had to clean everything. We had to do dishes.
Yeah.
We had to help with getting groceries. I mean, that was just part of the deal. Like, you're living here, so you get to enjoy some of this stuff. We had to learn how to sew, how to iron.
Yep.
I had to do it all. I hated it at the time. As I got on my own, I appreciate it. Hey, I know how to do that. So, all right, I got nothing else.
No. I mean, I made all three of our kids do some basic car stuff like you're talking about, like how to check the oil, how to, Megan's car, the fan belt would come loose on it, so she learned how to take a crowbar, stick it in there, tighten the fan belt, and rescrew the socket because it was just coming loose. And I don't know if I showed all three of them brake pads, but I know for sure Nick, I showed him how to swap out brake pads. I said, you may never do this again. You may hire it out every time you have it done, but you'll know how.
Yep.
And
Yeah, I made Garrett change his own tires.
Yeah.
He had flat tires. I made him. There was one time we went in the wintertime and I'd been telling him, you need to get a new tire. You need to get a new tire. That one, you need to get a new tire. He called me. Dad, my tire's blown out. I'm like, okay. So I came up there. My wife was with me. I brought the jack up there because he didn't have a jack with him. So I said, well, I'm going to do you a favor. I bought a new jack, so you're going to keep mine. Okay. And it was wintertime. At night, I said, I pulled up there, put the lights on, and I said, here you go. And I'm going to sit here.
I'm going to be in the warm car.
I went and sat in the car. My wife's like, you're not going to help? I said, nope, I am not going to help him. I helped him change the tire about 2 months ago in the rain on the interstate. And I told him at that time, get a new tire. He did not. And this is what he gets. And he learned a valuable lesson. And late, you know what? He went and bought new tires like that next week. But I said, yeah, you have to feel the pain, man. Got to feel it. So
it's good to learn, like
not
I said,
at the time.
Some things
later on
like,
it is, but at the time I've been there. I was like, oh man, I hate my dad.
Yeah, like I said, there's some things you may never do, but just knowing how.
Well, you appreciate somebody who does that work. And so if you call up and say, Mike's working at the auto store, and I say, hey, how much would you charge me to put brakes on? You say, $225. I can say, is that a good deal or not? If I've never done it, I'm like, I don't know. But if I've done it, I'm like, that's
I
worth
could do that for $100
or
or whatever.
Yeah. So you can decide. I can do that myself, or no, that's a good deal.
Mike then you loves changing brake pads.
I was going to say, you realize by about the third day of changing your brake pads that you should have just taken it to the shop and had someone else do it.
Yeah. I've been there before too.
When you're on day 3 of changing your brake pads.
And you have not had one correct tool.
Yeah. One tool.
That normally takes, a couple hours.
Yeah. The store didn't give you the right. It's always a brake pad.
Yeah. It's something. All right. I think I'm done. Enough of that. Enough of being the rent-a-dad for you out there. You can stop listening now.
That was a sample of what you get with rent-a-dad.
This is just a sample.
Yeah.
I'll come sit in my car and watch you change a tire. You run out of gas, I'll drive behind you while you walk to make sure nobody runs into you, and you can walk to the store, buy you a gas can, fill it up, walk back, put gas in it. I'll make you change your brakes. I'll make sure you get a crappy job you hate and work it for a while so you realize you understand, I hate this job. I don't want to do this forever. All right, Greg, take us away. Where are we
going?
going?
You're not going to do the other one? Or are you going to wait till after I'm...
I said I was going to save it for last.
Oh, for last. Okay.
You're not listening to our meetings?
I did not hear you.
I said I'm going to move that.
Oh, I was busy.
He was looking at his lava lamp. He was all enthralled. Oh, my lava lamp.
That's right. I should bring it down here and give me something to do.
That's what everybody else thinks too. I don't know what he's not doing anything to the podcast.
So
he hasn't talked in 3 podcasts. He's distracted. The lava's going around and around.
So this story again.
Heaven help us if he actually buys a pocket wood. I don't know if we'll ever.
Oh gosh,
there's no pocket woods. So this story, it is sad because a person did die. I say up front. But as I read it, it's just like, okay, a British tourist falls 300 feet to his death from an Austria mountain ladder, popular on Instagram.
Nice.
So did you look at that ladder?
Yes.
It's going between two mountain peaks.
At an angle.
Uphill.
Yes.
And ladder is a little generous of a word.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
It's very, I don't know.
It's more like
it's like
two sets of wires with a thicker wire in between as your stairs.
It's like an extreme ropes course.
Yeah, and this one in particular, good. I guess they have them in the United States too. This one's in Austria, and it's at an elevation of 6,739 feet.
I can't believe they don't have you tether onto something. You're just
no. So they said, I'll start down lower here. It says the new 40-meter panoramic sky ladder is the new top attraction in the Zwieslam region for climbing enthusiasts.
Panoramic.
Free floating, the 40-meter long sky ladder takes you over a deep gorge up to the Donamandel. Pure thrills, it continues. In addition to an adrenaline kick, the climbing tour offers a fantastic view of the Dachstein Glacier and surrounding mountains. So it's scenic. Okay. I'll get to a point here. In 2020, gymnast Stephanie Millinger, who describes herself as an extreme athlete, on her Instagram account, posted a video online of her hanging onto the ladder with just one hand while performing. Can you imagine being on this thing and, I can do it one-handed? There was something I wanted to share about this. Oh, yeah. So these are called via ferratas. They can vary in length, with shorter routes only taking about an hour and longer routes demanding more time and physical agility. So can you imagine crawling across that thing for an hour and then longer?
I think, too, what I read is that via ferrata, or however you pronounce it, it's kind of a cheat to allow people who aren't experienced mountaineers to kind of get that same experience being somewhat safer. I mean, but you still fall and die.
But the rungs on it look like they're, 2 inches in diameter?
Again, rung is kind of, there's not much there. There's not much.
There's absolutely no way.
And there's usually pretty good wind shears and stuff that go through them gorges and stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. I just saw
I would
that.
be a little nervous.
And it's sad that they didn't really say exactly how the guy fell off, which is, again, that's extremely sad. But who prompted, you know what we need between these two mountain peaks? A really skinny ladder. That's what we need. Kind of like a rope ladder. We'll make it metal, though, to give it some, rigidity or whatever. I don't know.
That's crazy.
I think they made it so that they can cut the end and it'll fall down so the rescue guys can go down it to help
I've seen many movies with that. Some guy standing up there with a sword and and then I fall to my death.
So, I don't know. I saw that and I'm just like, this is nuts.
Yep. I wouldn't do it.
And the girl's hanging on there with one hand, like doing gymnastics.
Yep. Well,
you keep reading about these Instagram people falling off the side of a mountain because they're trying to get that perfect
It's all for the content.
picture. That's right. Got to get that picture.
Yeah.
Whoops.
all right. You ready?
I just take pictures with my lava lamp.
You do. Woo!
Selfies.
And you've fallen off the chair 3 times doing that.
I have. It's painful.
All right. Last thing. Woman is suing Disney for $50,000.
Are you going to cover this story?
Greg just woke up, everybody. Woman sues Disney for over $50,000 over injurious wedgie on water slide at Typhoon Lagoon and a birthday trip gone wrong. So she went down this water slide called the Humunga Kawabunga slide. All right. Says she's seeking the hefty sum of money, following an unpleasant trip down the water slide at the Typhoon Lagoon, which resulted in injurious wedgie. She's seeking $50,000 in damages. Sorry, I hate this website. It's Fox Business, and it keeps popping up with other stories,
all the little
and
ads
it pushes the stupid screen up as I'm reading. Okay, so she was this happened in 2019. The lawsuit details Emma's painful trip. So this water slide is 214 foot in length. It's nearly 5 stories tall, and you end up at the foot going 40 miles an hour when you hit the water. Now the plaintiff said that she was at the water park for her 30th birthday, wearing a one-piece bathing suit when she embarked on the fateful trip. So Disney did not explain why. Emma alleged Disney did not explain why safety protocols such as crossing one's legs were necessary, and that women would be at greater risk for injury due to the anatomy of their swimwear. When a rider of the slide reached the bottom of the ride and traveled into the pool of the water designed to stop further travel, the force of the water can push those garments into a person's anatomy. I love this. This was a lawyer.
Jeez.
An event known as a wedgie.
Yeah.
The lawsuit said.
Let the record show that the lawyer said wedgie.
Yeah.
Yes. Can I get the plaintiff? We're going to demonstrate.
Oh, that's an atomic wedgie. You shouldn't have done that.
Because of a woman's anatomy, the risk of a painful wedgie is more common and serious than it is for a man.
I would argue that.
It's painful, but I don't know. Where was I? There was one thing. Okay, yeah. It says, after Emma's thrilling ride down the slide, the lawsuit said that she experienced immediate and severe pain internally, which would track.
Yeah.
When she stood up, blood rushed from between her legs. Like, oh my goodness. The lawsuit states she was immediately rushed to the hospital where she suffered severe and permanent bodily injury, including several vaginal lacerations. A full thickness laceration causing plaintiff's bowels to protrude through her abdomen wall. And damage to her internal organs. Couples asking for $50,000 in damages, that the slide is unsafe and unreasonably dangerous.
Not to mention that you're getting a 40-mile-an-hour enema while you're...
Yes. Now, my one complaint or thing is that they do tell you, and I did read this on another one, they tell you to stand, you kind of stand there before they drop you. They tell you to put your arms by your side, cross your legs. So they're telling you all the stuff to do, and it's very important. Do not do anything else. Make sure that... So she just went down and decided, I'm not going to cross my legs? Or
maybe they came uncrossed. I don't know.
Maybe.
There's water. They slipped.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they need to call change the name from the Humunga Kawabunga to the Booty Blaster. So they get more what it's actually doing.
Humunga wedgie.
Holy cow.
The bully simulator.
The probe.
Now, my other thought on this is this gal has the worst lawyers. $50,000 from Disney? Nobody sues Disney for $50,000.
Okay, if I go to Disney and my internal organs are
readjusted,
yes,
squirting out your abdomen,
yeah, I'm going for way more than $50,000.
People get more than that from coffee at McDonald's.
Yeah,
especially if you end up with a vaginal laceration. That's worth quite a bit of money to you.
Or at that point, I'm also very confused. But yes, I agree.
I would never do this ride anyway. No. I'm not getting dropped.
I think she needs to be hiring new attorneys though. $50,000. That won't even pay attorneys' fees. $50,000.
I wouldn't think so. Maybe they're going with the lower, if we only ask this, then we can. They'll just give it to us.
So she's going to walk away with $1,000 or something.
She's going to end up owing.
Here's a little something for your hospital bill.
Yeah.
She owes the lawyer $65,000.
Yeah.
All right. Have you ever seen anybody get a real horrible wedgie?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
In school back in.
I saw somebody on a bus.
Yeah.
They were leaned up. They leaned over the seat and was opening the window, and their top of their whitey tighties was kind of up. And a friend of mine,
they were opening the actual window, or they were opening the window to get a wedgie done?
No. They were opening, well, both, actually. They were doing, opening the window, and it was stuck, so he was sitting there. And a friend of mine knew this kid, and he went up and he's like, I'm going to give him a wedgie. And he grabbed the top of his band, and he pulled it, and it ripped the band off of his underwear up around the front was still attached, but the back ripped off up around his armpit.
Isn't that kind of an atomic
yes,
wedgie? Yeah.
He ripped them. I had never seen it before.
It was
stuff terrible.
Of lore.
It was awful.
I had breakaway underwear.
Velcroed them on. Oh. Smart move, though.
Yeah.
It's a very smart move.
Foolproof.
That way when the guy, is getting on me about not tucking in my shirt
He's standing there with
tail.
the top of your underwear and you're running away and you're like a lizard that the tail comes off. Greg scurries down the hallway. Got away from another bully. Woo!
Come back tomorrow with a new
pair of
strap.
breakaway underwear.
Of course, the problem is at home, then you got all these bottoms of underwear laying around.
It's not foolproof, but
it works.
It kept you safe.
Yeah.
Which is nice. All right, that was the last thing I got. You guys got anything else to finish up?
I don't think so.
Better rip off than rip up. So
That's right. Exactly.
There's your tagline.
All right. Well,
That's
hey, thanks.
That's a new product.
Yeah, it could be. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, sharing. If you like the show, make sure you hit the share button. Give us a 5-star rating. If you see any Facebook stuff, take a screenshot and send us a DM of that as well. Leave us any comments you feel free. If you like the show, if you didn't like the show, tell us we're a bunch of idiots. We don't care. We hope you like the show, though. We hope that you're tuning in 7 days. Until then, see ya.
Later.
Peace.
Well, that wraps up another episode. Thanks for listening. Please be sure to subscribe, and you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.